valley where the river bends, 'neath the shadow of the old oak tree. We carved our dreams in the bark, deep as the scars back on my knee. There we sipped on the summer like sweet whiskey. In a world of shattered glass turned cold. Oh, how the silence screams in the moonlit gleams, where the echoes of our laughter haunt my dreams. Now I wander through the ghost of spring, where the shattered glass turned cold, and the memories like midnight rain forever hold. The old porch swing hangs loose, the cabin's quiet, stilled by time. Gravel roads where we once rode, now trails of dust and whispered goodbyes. Your scarf still lies on the saddle, like a flag surrendered in the night. Beneath the stars that watched our world come undone. Oh, how the silence screams in the moonlit gleams, where the echoes of our laughter haunt my dreams. Now I wander through the ghost of spring, where the shattered glass turned cold, and the memories like midnight rain forever hold. Did the wildflowers weep, feeling you slip away? Or did the mountain merely sigh, knowing you wouldn't stay? In the church of the open sky, our prayers are just whispers to the clouds, drifting away like your love lost in the shroud. So here's to the shadows where our past lies deep, to the cold glass shards under the weeping willows weep. I'll walk these roads alone, my heart bound in winter's icy fold, where once we were, now just shattered glass turned cold. And as the last note fades, like the sunset's final blush, I'll hold on to the quiet sorrow, the tender crushing hush. Out where the oak tree shadows lay long on the ground, I first saw her wild hair go like the crown of a queen. Under that old porch, laughter was the sweetest sound, where we carved our names, now just whispers in between. But the storm turned cold, the sky stole her golden light, leaving just shadows where we used to dance alone. That old scarf she left holds a scent of her tight. Now I wander these gravel roads forever thrown. The cabin stands empty where once it brimmed with dreams. Windows gaze like tired eyes, watching seasons betray. The trail's overgrown where we chase fleeting streams. Her absence a quiet ghost in the dust where I lay. Yes, the storm turned cold, the sky stole her golden light, leaving just echoes where laughter filled the void. That old saddle's warm like my heart through endless nights. under the moon's pale watch, my hopes forever alive. In the silence after rain, when the wind speaks soft and low, I feel her touch in the breeze that stirs the sycamore leaves. Maybe all that's left is a letting go, finding peace like the sunset in the warmth it weaves. Still the storm turned cold, and my heart bears the frost, a prairie fire in my soul for the love I've known and lost. These lands, they hold her in the quiet rustling gold, till I'm just a tale on these trails forever old. With every sun that sets, I learn to live with the ghost of her whisper in the wind on the path I chose the most. Out where the oak trees shadow old forgotten trails, I first saw her by the creek with her bucket pails, silver laughter in the wind, scarf dancing free underneath that willow tree. She smiled at me, her eyes like the flicker of a campfire's light, guiding my lonesome heart through the blackest night. Her smile carved in the bark of my old weathered soul, like initials set in wood where the wild winds blow. Every sunset paints her face on the canvas sky, but it's her absence fills the plains where my memories lie. The years rolled like tumbleweeds past the porch where we stood. That old house now creaks with secrets of the wood. Saddle lies dusty, my boots worn thin with Rome. The trail's grown over where we once dreamed of home. Her scarf caught on a bramble, faded now and torn, whispers to the prairie grass of love forlorn. Her smile carved in the bark of my old weathered soul, like initials set in wood where the wild winds blow. Every raindrop writes her name in the thirsty ground, but it's her silence fills the air, a haunting sound. By the lantern's pale glow on this empty cabin floor, I trace the lines of time and unlock yesteryear's door. A single teardrop mingles with the ink on this page as I write of love once vibrant, now turned sage. Her smile carved in the bark of my old weathered soul, carved so deep no seasons can its mark console. And as the stars witness my heart's quiet plea, in every dusty sunset, her smile's all I see. Her smile, oh her smile, carved eternally. Out there where the oak stands guarding old forgotten lands, by the creek where we once lay, the dust now covers hand in hand. Your laughter hung on the wild breeze, now whispers to the trees. The rain listened quietly as my heart spoke of these. Oh, the rain listened as I called out your name through the echo of hooves on that old gravel lane. The sky shared their tears on the brim of my hat, while the winds carry secrets of where we once sat. Old Porch Creek's a lonesome tune, sings like a melancholy fiddle. Empty cabin holds the ghost of your smile in the middle. That scarf you left still colors my view, faded red on the saddle. The trail's gone cold and so have the shadows where we once rode unraveled. Yes, the rain listened as I called out your name through the echo of hooves on that old gravel lane. The sky shed their sorrow on the sleeves of my coat as I search for the sunset where our memories float. In the whisper of the aspens, in the rustle of the leaves, there's a piece of you in every crackling branch that grieves. Was our love just a whisper that got lost in the wind? A story that paused where the footprints end. So the rain still listens when I whisper your name into the silence of the wild, where nothing stayed the same, where the land holds the echoes of the love we knew then. The rain keeps on listening over and over again, and it listens, oh how it listens, while I ride these trails alone under the watchful eyes of stars in the place we called home. In a valley where the oak trees shadow the road lies a cabin with its timber silver like old bones. Through that doorway walked a love as wild as the land under moonlight. We swore forever, scarves on our hands. Oh, the wind sang through the spaces she once filled. That old house carved with names now gone still. Echoes of laughter under rafters where my heart lays, on the porch of broken dreams through the sun's dying rays. Years have wandered like the rivers change their course. Empty saddles, dust settles with no remorse, where her laughter hung like rain in thirsty air, now just whispers and a faded scarf left on that chair. Oh, the wind sang through the spaces she once filled. That old house, carved with names now gone still. Echoes of laughter under rafters where my heart lays. On the porch of broken dreams, through the sun's dying rays. And I've seen sunsets bleed and fade into the night, but her eyes, that fire still burns too bright. In this quiet town where memories roam like ghosts, I'm just a shadow, in love with what I miss the most. Oh, the wind sang, but my heart's grown cold and mild. Still that old house carved keeps me beguiled. A rider alone, trails fading into the dusk. With every whisper of the wind, I feel the pulse of lost musk. So I'll sit here where old oaks weep and time is blurred, in the silence with my sorrow, echoes unheard. In the old house carved where my soul forever stays, watching horizons, holding on to forgotten days. Under the shade of an old oak tree, where the river bends and whispers to me, you and I, we carved our names in those worn out boots that still remain. The trail runs cold by the cabin side, where you swore to stay right by my side. But boots stays under that endless sky, in the dust where the old paths lie. And I hear your laugh in the wind soft cries, while the sunset bleeds through the prairie's eyes. Boots stays, but you rode away, leaving me with the echoes of yesterday. Now the gravel roads, they don't sing no more, just whisper secrets of what was before. Old porch swings empty like the heart in my chest, saddles gathering dust like the scarf you left. Rain taps soft on the window pane, each drop a memory, each a sting of pain. Yes, boots stays under that stormy sky, in the dust where my hopes might die. And I hear your voice in the rain soft sigh, while the stars hide shy in the morning sky. Boots stays, but you're not here today, just shadows in the silver of the sun's old rays. So I roam these lands, drift through this life, a ghost in the echoes in the twilight strife. But no matter how far these old roads bend, it's to your memory my heart will tend. Boots stays where our dreams lay deep, in the heart of the wild, in the promise we keep. So I'll sing to the night, let my lone soul stray, neath the haunting moon where the night birds pray. Boots stays as I walk alone, in the lingering sigh of a love long gone. The song fades like twilight into the night, leaving a trail of heartache and whispered memories in the quiet air. in the shadow of a highland near the whispering creekside grove, where the oak trees hold the secrets of the days we used to roam. A faded scarf, the one you wore, caught on a bramble's thorn. Still smell the rain on that old porch where our boot prints are worn. Lost trail tied down where my heart beats slow. Underneath the setting sun where the cool winds blow. Every whispered breeze sings a melody of you. Lost trail tied down in the echoes, I'm still blue. Used to ride through open meadows, dust a-kicking from our heels. Now the cabin's all boarded with only ghosts at the windowsills. The gravel roads we wandered are overgrown, the map's been redrawn, where we laugh beneath the starlights till the first light of dawn. Lost trail tied down where my dreams turn old. Silhouettes against the sky and the lands we once strolled. Every setting sun dips a little more true. Lost trail tied down, every sunset bleeds you. On this lonely ridge I stand, saddle empty by my side. The horizon holds your image, in the twilight I confide. Rivers may wander, mountains might crumble, I'm a shadow in this tale, bound by your memory, forever on this trail. Lost trail tied down where my soul finds rest, in the quiet town asleep in the valley of the west. Hear the wind call your name through the old oak tree. Lost trail tied down, forever part of me.
Out by the willow, where the creek used to sing, an old wagon lingers, faded by the spring. Oak trees hold secrets of our shade beneath skies, where we carved our names in the bark love implies. Those wagon wheels are steel, but oh, how they rolled across wildflower fields under sunsets of gold. Every spoke a story, every turn aside, the trail grows cold, but the memories don't die. Porches where laughter danced through the soft rain now stand silent as the prairie's lonely refrain. Your scarf in the breeze, a whisper of the past, where shadows of your smile in the dusty sunset last. Those wagon wheels are still, but oh how they roll across wildflower fields under sunsets of gold. Every spoke a story, every turn aside the trail grows cold, but the memories don't die. Under stars I roam, saddle worn and thin. Each night the coyotes call, sings where you've been. In the heart of the night, by the fire's faint glow, I realize some trails, dear, are too deep to let go. Those wagon wheels are a silent echo of your laugh, fading on gravel roads, our once chosen path. Every spoke a story, every turn aside the trail's gone cold, love, but it never says goodbye.
In the shadow of a weathered oak tree, I carved our names in the skin of the earth. Underneath that boundless cerulean sweet, where silence cradles the wild land's hearth. You laughed on the porch, scarves in the wind, dreams as vast as the open plains we roamed. Hand in hand where the old world thinned, in a quiet town we almost called it home. But love shut the door with a whisper, not a roar. Left me riding trails where shadows stretch and sigh. Every sunset paints your face on the clouds I chase. Love shut the door, yet still your memory never said goodbye. Now the cabin stands empty on the ridge, window staring blank at the turning skies. Gravel roads once danced beneath our feet, now just stir dust with my lonesome cries. The saddle's worn like the heart I've borne, cross miles that stretch between now and then. Each nightfall I haunt the places we'd sworn would be ours till time drew its final pen. Love shut the door with a whisper, not a roar. Left me tracing lines where our laughter used to lie. Every raindrop writes your name in the mud beside my boots. Love shut the door, and the silence never lets you die. Oh, the world's a stage, and I'm but a shadow fading in the twilight of a love that burned too bright to hold. As the stars emerge, I reckon they're parading all the stories of a warmth now turned to cold. Yes, love shut the door with a whisper, not a roar. And I'm a ghost on these hills, draped in the echoes of your sigh. Every path I walk's an echo of the ones we once explored. Love shut the door, I reckon some hearts never say goodbye.
myself shut the door. Here under this big sky, I still try.
Under the oak where the old path's been, by the creek where we carved our names in rye. That summer felt like it never ended, under a reckless storm-bruised sky. Your laughter tangled in the wild wind's call, scents of the rain on dry sagebrush, every whisper a promise, the future so tall. In the hush of the dusk, in the twilight's blush. Oh, I carve, where did the years retreat? All that remains is a shadow on my heart, echoes of footsteps and dust and defeat. Right carved, a memory's ghost in each part, where once stood a dream, now wanders my regret. Beneath the same stars that we swore under, yeah. Creek's empty, the door swings alone. Gravel road swallowed by the weeping weeds, where your scarf caught the breeze, now only stones. No more you and I, just the wildflower seeds. Our cabin stands hollow, the hearthstone is cold. Faded trails where we once rode through rain, only saddles left speaking of days bold, and the silence that screams over what didn't remain. Oh, right carve, where did the years retreat? All that remains is a shadow on my heart, echoes of footsteps and dust and defeat. Right carve, the memory's ghost in each part, where once stood a dream, now wanders my regret. Beneath the same stars that we swore under, yeah. Out here where the land knows my sorrow's name, whispering winds through the oak tree sigh. Each sunset burns with your absent flame, and the night skies hold less light than your goodbye. Oh, right carved, I roam through our lost years, ghost rider under vast unyielding skies. Trails long faded by old tears, in the heart of the wind, where love never dies. Right carved, hold tight what I must release, for in the letting go lies my silent peace.
In the dusk, by the whisper of old Oak Creek, where the shadows of oak trees start to sneak, I recall her scarf blue as the twilight sky, and the rye we held tight, my love and I. Her laughter mingled with the rustling leaves, echoes softly where my heart still grieves. Or I held tight in hands so warm, now just a whisper in the storm. Her love a fading trail in my mind, in the solitude that I find. Oak Creek, carry my sorrow tonight. Under the stars, oh, I held tight. Seasons turned and the wild rye grew tall
on the path to that old empty cabin's call. The porch creaks with tales it yearns to tell, of sweet hellos and that hard farewell. The saddle sits dusty, the reins lay still. Life moves on, but my heart never will. Oh, I held tight in hands now cold in this quiet town where memories unfold. Her love, a fading trail in my mind, in the loneliness that I find. Oh, creek, carry my sorrow tonight, under the moon's soft silver light, and the wind whispers secrets through the pines, carrying the scent of those lost sweet times. I'm just a shadow in this land, roaming free, holding on to what can no longer be. Or I held tight through years gone by, where dreams are kept and lovers sigh. Her love a trail, I wandered blind in the echoes of what's left behind. Oh, creek, carry my heart with the night, under the stars. Oh, I held tight, forever held. Oh, I held tight.
Underneath the oak, where the creek bends low, there's a whisper of a scarf left by winter's snow. The sunset spills like fire where we used to stand. Her laughter echoes over scrubland and sand, and the creek listened as I spoke your name through the rustling reeds where my sorrows came. The water runs like memories I can't hold. Creek, listen close to the stories told. Years have worn the pathways, cabins fall to dust, gravel roads to nowhere, lined with broken trust. Once we watched the stars from an old porch swing. Now the night just whispers through the cold spring, and the creek listened as I spoke your name through the rustling reeds where my sorrows came. The water runs like memories I can't hold. Creek, listen close to the stories told. There's an ache in the silence where the wind replies, saddle worn and empty beneath these endless skies. In the solitude of dusk, to the creek I confess, all that's left is shadow and your faded dress. And the creek listened as I cried your name past the rustling reeds by the flickering flame. The water runs like memories now turn cold. Creek, listen close as my heart grew old. So the creek listened and the oak trees know of the love lost in the echo
where the wild winds blow, with each sunset painted in sorrow's deep hue. The creek still listens as I whisper to you. In the shadow of the oak, where our names were once carved deep, the wind whispers secrets that old wood can't keep. Underneath a half-lit moon near the creek where we met, lies a worn-out saddle, ain't no rider been set. Shut the door on what used to be. Gravel roads and porch lights fading out to sea. Your scarf still hangs on the hook beside my worn out hat in the silence after sunset. Only memories come back. Now the townsfolk seldom speak of the love that we had. Like a rain-washed inscription, something good turned to sad. Cabins empty where laughter danced through open doors. Now it's just a hollow echo on those dusty wooden floors. Yes, the fading light shut the door. It used to be gravel roads and porch lights fading out to sea. Your scarf still hangs on the hook beside my worn out hat in the silence after sunset. Only memories come back. It's in the wildlands we wandered that my heart still roams along. As the stars up above start to mimic our old fire, I realize some doors that close fuel a never-ending pie. And the fading lights shut the door, but oh, in dreams you're never far. Echoes of hoofbeats and heartbeats beneath the same old stars. Still your scarf and that old hook where past and present meet. In the quiet night, the ghost of you is the shadow next to me. As the night winds call, I know I can't reclaim or restore. For the fading light shut the door. Yes, the fading light shut the door.
Out by the oak, where the wild river's been, under the shadow of peaks where we lay, there's an old cabin, walls whispering past, cracked frame carved with your name, now weathered and gray. Leather saddle hanging, untouched, sways with the breeze. Each creek a tale of the days gone, whispered soft through the trees. Oh, how the wind cries your name through the valley, dancing with dust where our dreams used to lie. I'm just a ghost in these boots, walking alleys of empty towns with no goodbye. Oh, love is a flame that still burns, not extinguished, in the heart of a cowboy with skies ever white. Sunsets bleed memories each day, undistinguished on gravel roads with my loneliness to ride. Remember the rain on the old porch in spring, the scent of the wet earth, a new scarf round your neck. Now the porch swing hangs silent, no laugh to echo, just shadows of footsteps in the dusk that we trek. Gone the laughter that mingled with the thrum of the skies, only footprints on paths where the echo of my sorrow lies. Oh, how the wind cries your name through the valley, dancing with dust where our dreams used to lie. I'm just a ghost in these boots, walking alleys of empty towns with no goodbye. Oh, love is a flame that still burns, not extinguished, in the heart of a cowboy with skies ever white. Sunsets bleed memories each day, undistinguished on gravel roads with my loneliness to ride. And I've learned that the hardest trails are walked alone. Fading footprints, the only proof of where love had once flown. By the creek under stars, all that was is now never. But in the heart of the land, you remain forever. Oh, how the wind cries your name through the valley, echoing softly a melancholy sigh. This lonesome cowboy keeps riding, not tallying each tear with a reason, each silent sky. Yes, love is a tale told when firelights low, cast on the walls of a heart where it never lets go. In the shadow of the oak, where our names are still carved, whiskey sleeps in the flask, holding memory starved. I found her scarf, faded red against the prairie dust, echoes of laughter lost in winds as the iron weathers to rust. Oh, whiskey sleeps, but my heart's wide awake under moonlit sorrow and the sun's forsaken ache. In the silence of the cabin where our loved ones danced, I roam like a shadow on these trails entranced. Gravel roads watch the taillights as you drove from this town, leaving echoes on the porch where we once settled down. The saddle sits empty where you rode by my side, through fields where the wildflowers reluctantly hide. Oh, whiskey sleeps, but my heart's wide awake under moonlit sorrows and the sun's forsaken ache. The rain taps like memories on the windows in vain, while I clutch at the ghost of your whisper like the last summer rain.
stage of this town. The oak tree still stands, but it's weeping sad tears for the man and the memories lost to the years. Oh, whiskey sleeps on the edge of my lips like a lullaby sung for an eclipse. And I know as the stars start to sweep in my heart, your sweet love, it'll forever sleep. Farewell, my darling, in the deep embrace of the night, where whiskey sleeps and the world puts things right. In the shadow of the oak by the creek where we met, I found your old boots, sun-faded, soaked and set. Whispers of dust on the leather worn thin, each crack a story, each stain a sin. We walk wild lands under skies so vast, in a quiet town where our love was cast. Old boots burns, you're the echo of her steps in the rain, the soft sigh of the wind calling her name. Every sunset bleeds like the heartache I've earned with each mile I roam to the days of boots burn. Now the cabin's empty, the fire's just ash and smoke. Where once we lay, now it's just shadows that I coax. The gravel roads whisper with the tales of your scarf, drifting away like a melody on a lone guitar. The porch still creaks, missing the way to your gaze, as I search the horizon, lost in a dusty haze. Oh, boots burns, you're the echo of her steps in the rain, the soft sigh of the wind calling her name. Every sunset bleeds like the heartache I've earned with each mile I roam back to the days of boots burn. Under the infinite prairie sky, I confess, in the rustle of the leaves I hear your dress. I'm a ghost in these boots, wandering warm, chasing shadows from a love long torn. Vinyl burns, will the echo ever fade in the rain, or will her whisper in the wind remain the same? Every sunset a reminder of the love I spurned. In the dust I'll keep walking through the days of boots burns. Yes, in the dust I'll keep walking, haunted by boots burns. Out where the creek bends past old Josie's farm, I found her scarf for dancing in in the breeze. It swirled like whiskey in a weathered glass, 'neath oaks that whisper secrets through their leaves. We'd watch the sunset gentle closing her eyes, orange skies bleeding into purple night. Her laughter mingled with the cricket song in that fading light. Everything felt right. The sunset closed her eyes the day we said goodbye. Now every twilight sings a lonesome wayward sigh. The wind's a solemn tune that rides the dusty plains, carrying her voice, bringing back the pain. Now the porch swing sways, but it's empty as the dawn. Echoes of footsteps like ghosts in morning fall. Where we once walked, gravel roads now lead nowhere. Trails we blazed are overgrown as if we were never there. The saddle sits untouched, the horses wander free. Life moves on past cabins full of dreams. Yet in my mind I roam those rooms again, searching for the love, the life that might have been. The sunset closed her eyes the day we said goodbye. Now every twilight sings a lonesome wayward sigh. The wind's a solemn tune that rides the dusty plains, carrying her voice, bringing back the pain. In the quiet whispers of the rain, against old window panes, I hear her name. A solitary figure by the gate, a cowboy's heart knows it's too late. The sunset closed her eyes, and so must I, to dreams of yesteryears under vast unending skies. But her shadow in the dusk, always by my side. The sunset closed her eyes, and part of me died. With every setting sun, I feel again. The sunset closed her eyes, and the night descends. Out by the creek, under a sky so wide, where the oak trees whisper to the starlit ride, I found your scarf, a fragment in the wind, red as the sunset, where our love began. Love waits in the shadow of the old porch swing, and every dust-kicked trail and the songs we sing. Rust on the saddle, rains on the plain. Love waits, but it's never quite the same. Rode past the cabin where we once lay low. Now it's just the bones where the cold winds blow. Gravel roads where your laughter filled the air. Now just just a silence that I can't bear. Love waits in the shadow of the old porch swing, and every dust-kicked trail and the songs we'd sing. Rust on the saddle, rains on the plain. Love waits, but it's never quite the same. And under wide open skies, I reckon my heart aches seen by stars that watched us dream once across these fields so green. Time's a relentless rider, it never heeds a plea, yet in its ruthless travel brings your memory back to me. Love waits in the silence of the fading trails, in the echoes of a song that the nightingale wails. Dust settles slow as my heart learns to roam. Love waits forever, in this heart your home. Out past where the creek bends low on the shadow of the oak lies a trail we carved worn deep, but whispers only winds evoke. That old porch still holds your laugh in the creaks of weathered wood, where we'd watch the sun dip down, dreaming more than we ever should. Oh my dear, the trail's gone cold, the leaves have turned their shade, and every sunset bleeds the same. The colors of your scarf now fade, in the silence of the empty cabins, echoes of our love remain, like dust left floating in the beam of the lonely lantern's flame. Gravel roads knew our names, in the dust our tales are spun, but seasons turned as you did walk into the setting sun. Now the saddle hangs untouched, the bridle lays without a hand. I roam these quiet towns alone, a shadow stretching with the land. Oh my dear, the trail's gone cold, the leaves have turned their shade, and every sunset bleeds the same. The colors of your scarf now fade, in the silence of the empty cabins, echoes of our love remain, like dust left floating in the beam of the lonely lantern's flame. Rain falls soft on old tin roofs like tears I've learned to hide, yet every drop that touches earth stirs your memory inside. As the thunder rolls across the plains and lightning strikes the heart, I find solace in the storm, where you and I aren't far apart. Oh my dear, the trail's gone cold, and I'm worn like the leather freight, but in every whispered wind I hear the songs we once played, through the windswept valleys and over mountains draped in snow. I'll wander with your ghost along the lost trail carved where echoes never go.
I left that town before the dawn, with nothing left worth leaning on. No suitcase full of hope and shame, just a man too tired to keep his name. I passed the sign that said welcome home, but home ain't where the heart is gone. So I let my name blow with the leaves and found some peace in losing me. I don't go by that name no more, the one she used to whisper for. It don't belong in mouths that lie, or die in towns where dreams go dry. Call me wind or call me ghost, or just the man who drinks the most. But don't you speak what came before. I don't go by that name no more. They say your name holds who you are, but mine got left in an empty jar. I gave it all, I bled it true, but no one came when it was due. So now I live from camp to post, and let the silence be my hope. No one asks, and I don't tell why I flinch at certain smells. I don't go by that name no more. It ain't on signs or record doors. It ain't in songs or wedding cards, just buried deep in canyon yards. You wanna talk and pour the rye, and maybe I recall July, but once it's gone, close that door. I don't go by that name no more. Names are for the ones who stay, but I've become the miles I stray. Each town I pass, I leave no stain, just stories told without a name. I don't go by that name no more. The wind might hum it lost and sore, but it don't fit this face I wear, not since she looked and wasn't there. So call me rain or call me shore, but I don't go by that name.